These beautiful polymer clay gift tags really dress up a package. The recipient can use them afterwards for a Christmas tree ornament. They're easy to make, so let me show you how. For this project, you'll need polymer clay, some small natural or fake elements such as pine cones, branches, or leaves, a small roller, scissors, a little bit of sandpaper, and a baking dish that's not metal. Start by rolling out a circular piece of your base color. It doesn't need to be perfectly round. In fact, it looks better if it's got a little more of an organic shape. You want to roll it till it's just under 1/4 of an inch thick. Cut small pieces of your natural elements. I'm using some fake things here from a Christmas sprig that I got at the dollar store. It'll work just fine. Press them into the clay deep enough so that they'll leave a substantial impression, but don't go all the way through to the back of the clay. Carefully remove them from the clay. Poke a hole in the top of the clay and be sure and make it large enough to fit ribbon through. You can use a skewer or a toothpick. I'm just using the end of my scissors. I'm going to make a few more designs here with this little piece of a pine branch. I'm going to flatten out the needles at the front so it gets a nice flat image on my clay. On this one, I'm using a tiny pine cone, and I'm going to use the same pine cone to make two different impressions, one just lower than the other. Place them in a non-metal baking dish and bake them according to the clay manufacturer's instructions, so about 275 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. You want to slightly underbake them by about 5 minutes because they are going to go back into the oven at a certain point. You don't want them to burn. Once they are baked and cooled, we're going to add some color to the tags. Take small amounts of a contrasting color and press it into the impressions. So use just a little bit at a time and rub it in with your finger. If you have a light colored background like I do here, the green is going to stain it a little bit, but that's okay. We'll take care of it later. Just try not to get too much of the green all over the white. If you use a darker color for your background, you're not going to have any problem with the color bleeding. You won't be able to see it. To remove the green from the background color, if necessary, you can use a small rag and carefully wipe on the areas that are colored. You can also clean your fingers really well and rub some of it off. If you can't rub it off all the way, you can take a piece of fine sandpaper and just use that to get rid of any remaining color. Be careful not to get too much of the dust into the indentations. Bake the clay tags again according to the manufacturer's instructions. Remember that the base is already baked, so don't overdo it, maybe just 5 to 10 minutes. After they've completely cooled, you can use a permanent marker to write a note on the back if you're going to use them for gift tags, or if you're going to hang them for ornaments, you just need to thread some fishing line or ribbon through the holes. Please subscribe to my channel so I can keep bringing you new craft videos every week.